All right, today we're going to be breaking down the song New Every Morning. It's in the key of D, originally written in the key of E, but we transposed it down to D. So this particular song is really guitar driven. So as a piano player, you kind of have to make space for the guitars to really drive the song. If you're doing too many fills or like really fat chords, it's just really going to get in the way of the guitar players being able to drive the song. But there is a piano in the song, so it's not like we have to write our own arrangement. I'm just saying, just be aware that you got to make space for the guitars in this particular song. All right, so we're in the key of D. Okay, so the song actually starts out with a really heavy guitar riff, and the guitars are driving it with the drummer right off the bat in the intro. So we don't actually come in until the bass comes in, and the drums, when it's full band, is where the piano is going to come in. So the first chord is G. So they don't have an intro written on the chord chart, but if you look down towards the bottom of the page, on the first page it says Interlude. And so that's really the progression that they're using for the intro. So we're going to base it off of the interlude. So this is the intro. They're calling it an interlude, but really it's just the intro of the song. Okay, so it starts off on G. And really the chords are G and A. I'm using a G2 and an A2. So my G2 is left hand G and D, right hand is G, A, B, and D. And then if you just take that whole structure up, two half steps, we go to A2. Left hand is A and E, right hand is A, B, C sharp, and E. Okay, and then so in between chords, they're kind of doing this little lick with octaves. So it's between these notes: F sharp, A, B, C sharp, and D. So the first lick, they hit G. So that's how we get to A. So G, then they go F sharp, A, B to C sharp. All right, the rhythm in this riff is a little bit strange, kind of hard to get. So this is probably the part of the song that you're going to have to focus most of your practice time on, is just trying to get this rhythm correct, get the octaves, and landing all those chords clean. Okay. One more time. Okay. Then the second part, we're on A. And they do a really similar riff rhythmically, but the notes are just a little different. We go F sharp to B, C sharp to D. So, and that takes us back down to the G chord. Okay, I'll play that one more time. Okay, so what they do is they actually play that one progression twice, And that makes, doing it 2 times makes one interlude, or what I'm calling it is the intro. So it sounds like this. Okay, so it ends when we're going from A on this last riff. Okay? And then so they have a few measures that they actually just play with the guitar. So that's the riff for the guitar player during the verse. So playing the intro will take us right into verse 1. Or I should just say the verse. There's only one verse in this song. Okay, so those 2 notes are C sharp and D. It's just like the end of our intro. And so they just keep playing those 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, and then so the end of it, they ascend C sharp, D, E, F sharp. Okay, so here's the intro with that extra few measures going into the verse. All right, so the next part would be the verse. And the verse is, it's written out D, E minor, B minor, G. And so I just kind of want to point out the way that I kind of look at the verse is the real progression is D and B minor. The E minor and the G are kind of used as passing chords. See, so we're landing on D and landing on B minor. The E minor and G we're just kind of using to pass in between the D and B minor. That's the way I look at it. It kind of helps me with the rhythm of the chords, if I kind of look at it in those terms. The way I'm voicing these chords, really simple. My left hand is just doing the root notes, so D, E, B, G, D, right? My right hand is going to do this inversion of D. And my right hand really is only playing 2 chords. It's playing this inversion of D, which is A, D, F sharp. And then it's playing this inversion of G, which is B, D, and G. Okay, and then so what changes the name of the chord is what I'm doing on my left hand. So here's my D, and then I'm playing a G in my right hand, but on my left hand I'm playing an E, which makes that a E minor 7. So my right hand just has to do this. Just switching between those 2 chords. And really, I'm only changing 2 notes because this D stays constant. So here's my D, here's my G. So I'm going D to G on my right hand, but E in the left hand. And then I go back to D with my right hand, but B with my left hand, which makes it a B minor 7. Then I go G in my left hand and G in my right hand. And it takes us back to D. So that's what the verse looks like to me. I just play that repeatedly. Okay, so I'm pulsing that right now just to show you the rhythm, but when I'm actually playing the song, I'm not really doing much more than this. And it's like I said earlier, it's just because I want to make space for the guitars to be kind of the driving instrument in this song. Okay, so then we go to the pre-chorus, which is really simple. I play a G2. I know what's written as G, but I always play G2 to an A2. It's 2 chords, but that takes us into the chorus. Now, for me, the chorus progression, if you look at it, it's almost identical to what we're playing in the verse. There's just a couple of parts that are different. So I literally play the chorus the same way I would play the verse. Okay, and so what I did there is we're playing the progression. Whoa, whoa. So in the lyric sheet, they sing new favor, new power. We move from strength to strength. And then you'll see written whoa, whoa in the lyrics. Basically, we're following that rhythm, going from B minor, our same B minor that we used earlier, to an A. And here I'm just using a straight A because we're having to move so fast. So my A is left hand A, just single note. Then my right hand is A, C sharp, E. Really standard A chord. So that's another reason I like to use this voicing for D, is because it's just so close to that A. I don't really have to move much in my right hand. My left hand is going B to A, B to A. And so it makes it a B minor 7 to an A major. Okay, so then the second part of the chorus, again, it's similar, playing that same progression. And then they just go to an A. And that A kind of is used as a way to get us back into the interlude, or what I'm still calling the intro. So they hit A, and then that takes us back to. Okay. Now moving on, we get to the bridge. The bridge is really easy too. They're just playing G, D, A, E minor, and you can really pick your own voicings for that. This part's a little bit more open. If there's anywhere where the piano has a chance to do fills and kind of fill out the song, the bridge is going to be that part where the piano is a little bit more free to be more expressive. The rest of the song is pretty cut and dry as far as the guitars leading the song. But I do want to point out it's written G, D, A, E minor, and then it goes, the second line of the bridge would be G, D, A, and it's an E major. So they're changing the E from minor to major every other time. So the first time is G, D, A, E minor, G, D, A, E major, and it goes back. So just be aware of that and make sure that you're putting the E minor and the E major in their proper order where they need to be. Okay, and then lastly, on the second page of the chord chart, they have a chorus 1B. It's the same exact thing as our first chorus. The only difference is, and you'll hear it in the track, the last chorus they sing the drummer's playing like almost the first half of it by himself, and we all come in on the. All right, so that'll be really easy to catch. I just wanted to point out the reason why they have two choruses is just because they're trying to differentiate between the one that everybody plays through and then the last chorus where the drummer plays the first part with the singers by himself. Okay, and then last thing to go over would be the ending, which is this, just like the intro, just like the interlude. Then they end on a G. Okay, so once we hit this line, and that's our ending. And I'm only want to point it out because you'll get so used to going, because typically that part goes into the verse. So just watch out for that. Okay. So this song is actually pretty basic, pretty easy. Like I said, you're going to have to focus most of your attention on the intro or the interlude as it's written on the chord chart. Just because that's really the only technical part of the song. The rest of the time, we're just making space for the guitars to be able to do their thing. All right, so until next time, keep practicing. Thank you. Bye.